Everyone. So I'm Sebastien Ladet, the CEO of Affluent Medical. At Affluent, we really focus on debilitating diseases that are in structural heart and neurology, and we focus this in creating a combination of talent, expertise from the medical worlds, and differentiated solutions so that we can bring back patients to the normal life. So we have in our portfolio 3 products which are focused on structural heart and neurology. And we raised up to right now, I would say 75 to 80 million euro. And with this particular portfolio we can address a market that is around like 10 billion and growing double digits. We have around 35 patent families strengthening and protecting our portfolio today. And we have 60 incredible employees working in 3 sites across France and Italy to develop and bring those products to the market. We've been public since 2021, and our first product will be on the market in 2024. And right now, our 3 products are in clinical stage. So let's talk about the problem we're trying to solve. The first part is in the structural heart franchise. When you look at like the mitral insufficiency, there is a huge prevalence from 2 to 12% of the population globally that are suffering from that disease. And so there is only 4% of these people being treated because like the invasive or the surgery is not adapted to their profile. There is 2 ways to treat that disease. First, the repair or replacing the valve. And so we have a product for both of this particular approach. First, our mitral ring is very useful in a way that like is totally inflatable, and it helps us to manage the recurrence of the mitral regurgitations. We have right now 24 patients implanted into the clinical trial. And so we are targeting to finalize the recruitment of those patients in the year 2023. The second evolution is a mitral valve delivered through a transcatheter approach, which is helping to really approach a greater number of patients. The differentiations of our valve that we'll discuss in a minute is like mimics the anatomical mitral valve today. The second problem we're focusing on is the urinary incontinence. There is also like a huge prevalence with around like more than 100 million patients suffering from this disease that like have moderate to severe urinary incontinence. Today, there are like very few solutions on the market, and 30% of the patients get this device extracted because of discomfort or the way it's being used. We have also like a design which is unique, which is also address the anatomy for men and women, as like women represent 80% of the patients suffering from incontinence. Right now, this is a not very well known disease in a way that like there is a lot of like unawareness, misbelief, and shame, and so is not treated appropriately. We have a device here that can bring like patients back to a normal life by providing a remote control devices that is implanted through like a mini-invasive procedure in 30 minutes, and that can be controlled by the patient very easily. Both of these opportunities and problems represents a total 10 billion opportunity growing double digits. So let's make a small focus on our current product. And this one is very important in a sense that like it can help bringing back patients to do activities on a daily basis with their family. And so we have here like a unique design that can help us to address a greater portion of patients. We have the design that is with a D-shape, a monoleaflet, and an asymmetric design, preventing LVOT obstructions, for example, or helping to have a natural hemodynamic during the heartbeat. The team designed a way to deliver through a transapical delivery system, which is very easy to use and help the surgeons to perform a simple procedure that takes around 10 minutes. Now, from the patient's point of view, as you can see, there is a huge advantage to our devices, is that you respect the hemodynamic and the vortex of the blood, in the same way it is for the natural valves. So what you see on the left is an ultrasound showing the vortex of the blood when there is no disease in the mitral valve. What you see on the right is kind of like a boiling vortex with a valve that has been with the design that is mostly derived from the aortic valve today with a 3-leaflet design. And so this requires more effort for the left ventricle to pump the blood out. And what you see in the middle is the vortex of the valve the team has been designing, and that provides and mimics the vortex internally. So there is a significant reduction of the effort of the left ventricle to pump the blood into the system. So this is something that, like, just after the surgery, but also like during the entire life of the patients, will help to address more patients with fragile health conditions to get access to that treatment. Currently, we have a strong patent portfolio, as I mentioned, 35 patent family. They are covering all the product we have in our portfolio, which is pretty unique at this stage to have such big portfolio for a small company. And also, on every specificity of the design of our product, we have specific patents, which is reinforcing the protections we're having. We are targeting the first product on the market in 2024 with our Kalios mitral rings. And then progressively, we will bring to market Epygon and Artus with a focus in Europe and the US for the urology and the mitral valve replacement. The market launch will be cadenced from 24, 25, and 26. So at this stage, those 3 products are in clinical stage, and we are actively recruiting today for our first-in-man with the mitral valve Epygon. Obviously, to design those great products, we need like experienced team. And so we have people in the teams coming from different horizons, small and large company, with strong experience at a minimum 20 years in the industry, in terms of commercializations, in terms of clinical experience, financial management, as well as like medical expertise and product development. Our people coming from Terumo, Edwards, Carmat, Medtronic, and Maquette really make like a great team to bring this 3 product portfolio into the market. The vision at Affluent with this portfolio is ready to build the foundation of a European medtech. And so we do that based out of 3 pillars. First, the innovations with like highly differentiated product at clinical stage. The fact that like by regrouping those different platforms, we can attract talent and experienced people to deliver on the commitments we have been defining. And then the ability to globalize our approach by direct sale and distribution channel partners, industrialization, and partnerships. So as I said at the beginning, at this stage, we raised 80 million euro, and we're looking for the next round on investment. We just closed on a capital increase 2 days ago of 6 million, but in order to increase the number of patients with our mitral valves, which require in between 150 and 200 patients, we're going to need the next round, and we are looking for 20 to 40 million euro of investment. Thank you.